Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to HoGaLe's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation, know yourself. The two are interchangeable. And this is another special show. This is, as you guys would have seen, I did a Thursday fry-up with Lady G on Thursday. But, of course, this is HoGaLe, and who we are delighted to have back as our special guest, Sheila from Celtic Tarot. Down below, blah, blah, here. And forgive as well, ladies, to Ganga and to Sheila, because I've been going backward in time, guys. So I've been between Mountain Standard Time, Central Standard Time. We've not been knowing what's going on. We've just come off the train from the Grand Canyon, which is beyond description. The beauty of it is beyond description. So we've all been there. Just finished teaching my retreat in Santa Fe, and guess what? In our group chat, virtually we're already planning the next one, and my friend Julie is well up on this already, so get yourselves ready, folks. There could be another one coming in September. So thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. Lady G, where are you right now? Are you on your way to, did you say Yellowstone Park? Is that correct?
Yes, I'm on my way, and I had to stop on the way because there is absolutely no service at all in Yellowstone. So I am in Dubois at the moment, and hopefully we make it through this.
Wow, in Dubois at the moment. And Sheila, of course, it's so nice to see you. How have you been since we last spoke? What's news for you that you would like to share with the audience before we begin?
Oh, I feel like I'm not the world traveler. I'm here with you guys are not at home. I should be somewhere. I'm jealous. Everything is going well with me. Summer is coming to an end. We are getting there. School has started, everything. So I'm able to jump right back into doing my YouTube channel, which I hope everybody's excited about because I have neglected a lot. But anyways, that's an update for me. I'm ready to jump back in and get busy again.
Well, one thing I was saying is if I come back to the States again, which is looking highly likely, you know, maybe you could come in as a special guest, like, you know, like Lady G did. It could be a case that we do a group kind of HoGaLe or a Thursday fry-up. We'll see, because you know, I probably am going to come back again. We did things, you know, with a tour company, and there were some kind of things that were left to be desired. But from that experience, we've all made so many great friends. Many of them are in the chat now. We've got our own group WhatsApp chat, and it was such an amazing atmosphere. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone making it so special. And yes, this will be done again. And Julie is virtually organizing the next one. So we shall see. But Lady G was able to join me live on Thursday fry-up. We're maybe looking at doing something in the what is it, New Orleans, did you say? Was it New Orleans or Savannah, Georgia? Yeah, New Orleans or Savannah, Georgia. So everyone can fly into Atlanta. So who knows? Watch this space. So thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Are you inviting me, Hoagie? Is that what you just said? Because I'm excited if you are. Are you inviting me?
Absolutely. You'll be welcome as a guest, of course. Lady G would be welcome as a guest. We've already done it. We've already done it in person. So certainly that could be something there. Bad Hair Day says, hello, Hogarth, Sheila, and Lady G, which is wonderful. Who else? Everyone's saying hello to each other. Gloria is still saying, hi, Patricia, Hogarth, Lady G, and Sheila. I'm in Santa Fe. Flight delays. Oh, Gloria. Flight delays. Leave tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So also as well, there's been the back end of that Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde. Everyone's going retrograde. But anyway, as you know, we have a show to do. Cards at the ready. Ladies, are you ready for the first question? All right. So here we're going to jump around a bit in our esoteric aeroplane. So to give you an overview, we're going to Germany. Then we're going to be going to Afghanistan. Then we'll be going to talking about Telegram. Then we go to Brazil. Then we're going to be talking about Alina Habba. And then, of course, we're going to be looking at how things will be for Duck Larange, yeah? If he doesn't win, assuming he doesn't win the election. So let's go for question number 1. So here, this is coming, pardon me, from Nick Minks. So she says, Germany is heading to the polls with far-right parties, unfortunately, looking to be leading in several areas in Germany, because Germany, of course, is a federation of states, in a way like the US. What do the cards indicate? So just to repeat again, Germany is heading to the polls with far-right parties, unfortunately, looking to be leading in several areas. What do the cards indicate? And if people could just let us know if the sound is okay, that would be great as well. Nedra saying, I'm in the Atlanta area, so if you find yourself in my neck of the woods, that would be great, says Nedra. Germany. Who's ready to go?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Go for it.
Mine was really quick and easy. My first card up was Judgment, which is reflection and liberation. In these cards, Judgment and reflection and liberation, and I thought, well, those are good, the liberating of the people. And then I got the Ten of Wands, responsibility and the burden of the people. Who are they going to pick? Who are they going to choose? What is the Germany's decision at this point in time in 2024? And then I got the Ten of Cups, which is fortune and fulfillment. I think cups usually always mean the other side, the emotional maturity, the mentally maturity people. So the cups are the emotions, and it says fulfillment. So I kind of think my last card is the collapse, the lovers, the people who love, and the collapse of the swords. So I don't know. It sounds like they have a hard decision to make, but it sounds like in the end they do make a good decision.
Interesting. Oh, what's happened? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Something just has gone, and I finished. So
No, you're still good.
I'm still good. 1 second. There. I'm back. Sorry. I'm doing this off my phone because it's more reliable than my laptop. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, underneath of it all, I find there will be justice. At the center of it, we have the men of a very strong viewpoint for transformation. Is there a woman in it?
I don't know. They have a male chancellor now that is now effectively like the prime minister, but I don't know. Maybe there might be a woman on the far right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about Germany. Either that or the women are going to have the power. And what's going on now is feeling a bit out in the cold with some things. But the challenge is what's being worked on. And the outcome is a difficult time, painful. Now, this could be that the reading we were asking about the far right, that they will have a difficult time in the end of it. So they may look like they're ahead now, but I think Germany remembers too much the past.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Okay, well, the cards that I've got here. So I have the 10 of Cups, which we know it's quite interesting, isn't it? Whenever we talk about the GOP, etc., stuff like that, or maybe the more kind of right-leaning policies, let's put it that way, to, you know, not be too controversial. It's very interesting the Ten of Cups come up. So first of all, this is talking about families, of course, and family values and wish fulfillment and stuff like that. And what the right of the, in general, the more to the right of the parties talk about, they often talk about family values, don't they? Nostalgia, idealization. So I think this is the far right trying to paint an idealized picture of what Germany could be. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but that is something that they certainly will be part of their shtick, yeah, to get voted. Here, though, like you, we've got the lovers here. I'm just covering the naughty bits. The lovers have turned up, and they've turned up in the obstacle position. But really, the lovers really is about choices, contracts. I also associate with international business and trade, but really it's showing that the German people really do have to make a choice, and it shows what choices they do make could be very consequential, because when we look at the card that's in the middle, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So we know again, so this is a second major arcana card. So these elections could be historic, potentially in some kind of way, and could show a turning point in Germany's future, because there have been arguments for a long time around immigration, etc., and all of this stuff, which is probably why the far right is doing better. So whatever they do choose, it will be very consequential. Here, though, we have the King of Cups. When we're talking about American politics, obviously Joe Biden, but I think this card has really come to symbolize democracy in general. I think it's fair to say, isn't it? Whenever we're talking about voting democracy, this card often comes up. So it you know, democracy is in question. And then the outcome card I've got is the Four of Pentacles, which of course is holding on, trying not to lose resources. So could it be that Germany ultimately manages to hold on to its democracy? But it says to me it could be a bit choppy. So I'm hoping that the far right doesn't win. Maybe they might succeed in certain areas, but whatever decisions are made, it's likely to impact the future of Germany. So I think these are really important elections, just like the US elections. So we'll have to see, but maybe democracy holds on, but maybe only just. Could be close. Anything to add to that, ladies?
I kind of got that feeling too. It's gonna be like a kind of a situation with them.
Yeah.
They're just as scared as we are right now.
Yeah, I think you're right that they're going to hold on and democracy is going to go forward. So, yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But it looks like it might be quite close, guys. So it might be might have to hold the breath for a little minute. I just want to do a quick shout out. So here we have Michiko. She says, "Hi Julie, hi Pat. Miss your energy already." So Michiko was on the retreat. We had a great time together. There were some glitches, none of our faults, but we had a wonderful time. So hello Michiko, so nice to see you in the chat. All right, are we ready for the next question? Yeah. All right. So let me just put a line through this one here. Now we're going to Afghanistan. We have to talk about the Taliban. Oh, yeah. In a way, the GOP is almost like the Taliban of the United States. You know what I mean? But okay, listen to this. So this again is coming from Nick Minks. She says the Taliban in Afghanistan are banning women from speaking in public. I mean, you're just like, what? Banning women from speaking in public. Is there anything in the cards that shows that Afghans will stand up to regain their freedom? So will the Afghans stand up to this, with the Taliban wanting to ban women from even speaking in public? My God, the misogyny. All the people stand. All the people stand. Stand.
Yes, Lily, quit, behave.
Who's ready to go?
I'm going to pull one more clarification here. Okay, well, what I get underneath of it all is, in power, being in power. At the center of it, we have something new coming in, a new pathway possibly. The higher elements want to get to a better place mentally. They want to move to, but we've got, unfortunately, the challenge position. The difficulty is the hierarchy of the religiosity of their drama going on. Now, the outcome, though, is hidden things. And I wanted to pull clarifications. There will be a door and messages. So it looks like people may start rebelling against that, that they've had enough.
Oh, I hope that is the case, because haven't they suffered enough already, particularly women in Afghanistan? It's just astonishing. Sheila, what do you have?
I have mental pictures. I have cards too, but my mental picture is, have you ever seen that one little funny thing where the glass is out of the storm door, but the dog still won't go through it until the door's open?
Right.
You know that mentality of being imprisoned, even though you're not imprisoned until you get out of that mentality? That's kind of the picture that I'm seeing with them, until they figure out that they can get out of that mental prison. But I have the Ace of Pentacles and an opportunity, but journal. So somewhere journaling is, somebody's writing about it, somebody's taking the information down, somebody is it's like, what is it called when you journal it and you put it into archives, and everybody's being written about, I guess. I can't come up with, my words are gone apparently. So I have the Knight of Pentacles, which is that efficiency and that dependability, the Knight of Pentacles, but it's also crushed. So they're I'm frozen now, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles is that that dependability, that efficiency. What they really want is for them to quiet down so that they can keep their power, because they're starting to see women come up and out of that. They're starting to see women be abrasive, and things like that, and so they're getting really afraid of that. So the judgment and the liberation is there. It's already there. The women are already retaliating. However, they're not going to get far unless they get some help, some intervention, some help. In this picture, if you can see it, it's literally a woman in a hole looking up. So they need rescued. And I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know who's going to be in the intervention, but they really, honestly, can't do it by themselves. And that's kind of how it feels right now. They need help.
I'll read my so let's see. So Lady G, you just went and Sheila just went, isn't it? I'm just double checking to make sure I'm slightly discombobulated. All right, so I'm going to put up some comments here. So what's this here? Someone's saying here, let me just put this here. Taliban are so afraid of the power of women. Yeah. And sorry, who said that? Let me just repeat the name. T. Jones. T. Jones said that. And then Innocent Potato has said, all these religions, Christianity, Jewish, Muslim, are so sexist. I mean, seriously, many Native American tribes are much more respectful towards women. The Iroquois and Navajo came to mind. Yeah, so we're dealing, basically, the old patriarchy is beginning to rot and die. Yeah, so they're really holding on as hard as they can. So
Hogarth, I have to tell you that word is Iroquois.
Oh, forgive me. I don't know.
No, that's okay. But it's not an easy word, but it's Iroquois.
Iroquois. Thank you for that. It's good to have a bit of a correction. So here, Taliban, will the people stand up? So we get the Sun card, which is universally is it's pretty much always a positive card. Even when it's upside down, it can still bestow virtues. But really, what is the Sun card? It's about full illumination, enlightenment, etc., and stuff like that. But I'm seeing this really as the ultimate wake-up call. Yeah, the ultimate wake-up call. I mean, do Afghans really want to go down this route? Women's lives are already restricted enough already, and now what, they can't speak in public? I mean, it's just like what is the point? What is the point of even being alive? You may as well just drown yourself if you're a girl as soon as you're born. Like, you can't speak in public now, as if that, like, what will that achieve? It won't achieve anything. It really won't achieve anything, and it certainly won't lead to prosperity and good things happening for Afghanistan in the future. So I think this card is just illuminating the whole situation, where everyone can just see the naked truth of what is going on. If we look here, though, in the next position here, we have got the Four of Wands, which is about reaching a landmark, which can deal with marriage, celebration. When we're talking US politics, we often refer to this as the White House. But you'll notice here there are two women here in a state of celebration. So could there potentially be some hope where women can reach a landmark? Could this be a case where there might be a landmark of a case of people defending women or women defending themselves? But it is quite a positive card. So let's read the next one that comes out. If we look here, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is about things moving at great pace. So this might actually wake up a few people, as the Sun card indicates, and there could be maybe there could be a bit of a movement within the country, hopefully to potentially resist. If we look here in the next position, I just have to cover the naughty little bits. We've got the World card. And of course, the World card deals with the completion of the cycle. It is the last of the major arcana. So it can deal with endings and beginnings, beginnings and endings. So could this be a cycle maybe coming to the end for the Taliban, where they have gone a bridge too far? But this also talks about how the Taliban intends to usher in a whole new era. If we look here in the outcome card, we've got the Knight of Swords rushing in. So this could be talking about the Taliban's aggression, how they wish to impose this on other people. But this could also speak maybe about the people standing up and actually trying to defend themselves, because sometimes attack is the best form of defense. So with the cards overall, we've got the Sun card, Four of Wands, the World card. Those are quite positive. So I'm wanting to say cautiously, I think the Taliban are going to go in with aggression, but the people may resist. It might just be a bridge too far. I certainly hope so. Anything to add to that, ladies? No? All right. So let's have a look at... Now, is anyone familiar with the owner of Telegram? Yeah? I think they might be American, but anyway, Telegram is like WhatsApp, yeah, but it's even more encrypted. And it seems now, Manuela Orchid says the owner of Telegram has been arrested in Europe. Will he be free soon? So Telegram is basically like WhatsApp, and it's encrypted end to end. But Telegram does have a little bit of a reputation as well of maybe potentially being used for more nefarious means, yeah? But, without evidence, who knows? So let's just see on that. If he will be freed soon. Completely cold read for me. And then after this, we're going to be looking at Brazil, then Habba, and then Declarange. So the owner of Telegram, will he be released soon after being arrested?
What was he arrested for?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about this either. This is like...
Yeah, I know. It's like a total cold read. Ladies, do you know anything about the owner of Telegram? Or Sheila, do you want to have a quick Google? I think he's been arrested for corruption or something. That's what I can remember.
Well, there's somebody in here. Telegram was founded. You served worldwide. Oh, where'd she go? While the headquarters was in Dubai. Oh, I thought maybe she knew. Somebody's got a new on the chat. That's for sure. I'm sure somebody will post it.
Indeed. But that's But sometimes with a cold read.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I love cold reads because
let's see what happens, because then the energy is just the energy. So will he be freed soon? I think from what I can remember of it, because I remember seeing the story. I think it was connected with like corruption of some kind, but I can't tell you specifically.
Somebody says money laundering and human trafficking.
Ah, there we go. Thank you. Thanks for that. I knew someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Will he be freed? Let's have a look.
Woo! Oh, I just got a huge shot in my heart. Is he sick? Does he have a heart disease?
I have no idea. Just go with your gut.
I literally got a huge shot in my heart. Heart attack, heart problems, beat up. I don't know, but something is attacking him.
Wow. And I want to say, oh, look at this. Oops.
Thank you for all the donations. There's a lot coming up. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, God. Thank you, Christopher, for your kind donation. Thank you, Judy Moon, for your kind donation. Thank you, Sherry Bois, for your kind donation as well. Much appreciated. And of course, they are shared with Sheila and Lady G, whoever's in. Oh, I've actually shuffled.
Thank you, Hogarth.
Ooh.
I'm ready if you're ready. My cards are as popping as I've ever seen them.
Right, go for it, Sheila.
Okay, so I don't think he's having a good time, and I don't think he's going anywhere, and it's also bounded by strength.
Ooh.
I got the Tower and the Devil, and it's bound by strength. So whatever they found it on, whatever the evidence he has, it is really strong against him.
Wow.
Strength. And I don't think he's coming out of this or coming away from that place or any other place. Public recognition, we're going to find out real soon. We're going to find out a lot about this guy. Or whatever, yeah. When you get the Tower and the Devil at the same time with bound by strength, I don't know.
But it would suggest that maybe there's something to it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
With those two, it would suggest might be something to it. Wow. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, underneath of it all, now I know Telegram is one that they use for all of these really negative things. The QAnon type stuff, the uber right, the really toxic things going on. Yeah, they use Telegram. So I got the clock is ticking. What's going on with it? We have here, I'm using my Native American card, the spiritualist, but this spiritualist is the one that does the dark negative things, the abuse of power. And he had, in the past, he was having a good time of it. But at the center of it, the message is that they are going to fight this. So it's not looking good for him. They're waking up to the fact, again, we have somebody that's looking for the truth of the situation, willing to stand up and fight for it. What's going on now at the heart of it is Miss Lily, quit being mean. She's at the heart of it, we have the Warrior of Shields, and we know that doesn't move quickly. So he's going to be in this for the long haul. The challenge is the Fool is his life path, what he's done with the community. And it's been all very dark and negative with the outcome of this charging forward of the direction. So, you know, they're going to move on this. Miss Lily, quit being mean. So they're going to move on this, and he's not going to be going anywhere for a while.
Wow. Wow. Fascinating. Fascinating. I just want to say a thank you to everyone who is joining us now, piling into the chat. We have 1,400 of you joining us live so far, so that is much appreciated. Please don't forget as well to like and subscribe to the channel, to support the channel, much appreciated. And if you'd like to like and subscribe to Sheila and Lady G, their channels will be in the video description below. So I'll quickly add that afterwards. I didn't have the time to do the copy and paste I normally do of the information because I've been on a train looking at the Grand Canyon all day and stuff like that. And I just also want to say, let's just click here. And 1 second, let me go. We have here, share, and then thank you so much, Millenord. I think that's Norwegian crowns. Someone has donated there. And thank you, Miriana, for your very generous donation. So much appreciated, folks. Okay, so what do I have in terms of this telegram? Very, very, very interesting. So straight off the bat, he gets the 5 of Pentacles. So that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. So here, this is a card of what? Of poverty, things not working out, things hitting the skids. But it can also talk about health issues and disease. So Sheila, maybe you might be onto something, you know, with that instinct where you said, I'm feeling something in the heart or something like that. So this would also suggest that maybe he's not feeling so well. This could also be talking about maybe some of the financial repercussions for Telegram as well. Yeah, because it's never an auspicious card. You never want to see the 5 of Pentacles. This isn't really a card you can dress up. I mean, just look at it. Yeah, you don't want to see the 5 of Pentacles for anything. Yeah. If we look here with the 8 of Wands return, so of course this means that things are speeding up. But this card doesn't only just talk about entrepreneurship and business. This can literally deal with messages, because the idea is messages through the air. So it can literally deal with things that go through the air. It's even associated with communications and email. Isn't that interesting? Telegram is what? Messaging service. All goes through the air. It's all invisible. Now, if we look here, who's this in the middle, right? We get the Empress. Now, as you guys know, this is a card that I normally associate with Russia. Now, I don't think Russia can be blamed for absolutely every ill that goes on in the world. But when we are talking about what the accusations are, and again, for entertainment purposes only, because we really don't know, you know, the full things, this is a cold read. But isn't it interesting that this card should show up? So maybe this is talking about some of the money laundering, which is one of the accusations, and maybe some of the countries that may be being able to facilitate this kind of darker economy, as it were, yeah, with maybe a bit of Russia showing up, yeah. If we look here, we do have the Ace of Wands, and this is a card of action. So again, I think it backs up what both Lady G and Sheila are saying. I think the case, potentially case against him, might be quite strong, because this is a vigorous. Oh, look, someone said here. Mary Meyer says he was born in Russia but left at 14. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow. 1 second. Let me just try and there. So look at that. I had no clue, and I've just saw that. So he was born in, do you see? Russia came up. So he was born in Russia, left at 14. So whatever it is, whatever argument or whatever case they have, it looks like it might be a strong and a vigorous one. And here, with the outcome card here, is the Queen of Wands. Now, I do associate wands with entrepreneurship as well, but the Queen of Wands in particular brings things together. Yeah, brings things together, organizes things. She also uses her intuition. There might be female judges on this case, or this could be the case of maybe women that may be coming forward and speaking their voice. Yeah. speaking their voice. So I think the testimony of women will also be important. But either way, you know, it's tricky. And someone's saying here, French law, Tarian, sorry, I can't say your name. Let's just say Tara, saying French law enforcement is a serious matter. So it looks like he's being caught by French law enforcement. Anything to add to that, ladies?
Yeah, I have no idea why, and it's coming from like in through here, but I get a huge QAnon connection with him.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, so I'm not the only. I literally my back of my ears and my jaw is right in through here, and I asked why there's pain right here, but it's like a QAnon, like he has been bleeding out through his ears, either hearing it or he is the one producing the information.
Wow, fascinating.
Yes, very fascinating.
Wow. Okay.
Don't think me weird. It happens to everybody.
Wow. And at the moment, we now have 1,443 of you here joining us live. So this is much appreciated. Big love to everyone. And I forgot to say, just in case people are curious, I am here at the, oh gosh, I can't remember. Judy, what hotel are we at? It's
Grand Canyon Railway Hotel.
Grand Canyon Railway Hotel. I couldn't even remember it myself. I'm like, where am I? All right, now we're going to have a little, this is coming from Nick Minks again, and this is an Elon Musk question, yeah? Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard it. There was a big toot and a hoot from the big train rolling stock.
Oh,
all
okay.
Right.
I thought, Hogarth, have you lost your... Are you tooting now for us?
No, there's a train, a huge sound here. So now we're jumping in our esoteric aeroplane and we're going to Brazil, but this involves Elon Musk. So Nick Mink says, Brazil has started blocking Elon Musk's social media platform X, making it largely inaccessible after the company refused to comply with a judge's order. Will this be the start of its final demise? And I think we should get Shakespeare's opinion as well, of X under the guidance of Elon. So just to reiterate, Brazil has started blocking Musk's X platform, making it largely inaccessible. So that's a big deal. Brazil's got millions of population. After the company refused to comply with a judge's order, will this be the start of its final demise? Good question. And Annie Hamlet is saying, oh, Rosie Blue is saying he owes them lots of dollars. So that must be in reference to. And then Annie is saying Bard. Yes, we will do the Bard. Elon, Brazil. X, will it last?
Don't you just love it when you get cards and you're going, what does that mean? Sometimes you get two cards and I'm like, what? What?
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, who's ready to go?
I can go.
Go for it, Lady G.
Underneath of it all, it's about what's being handed out, and they feel there's been a betrayal. And I love that it's a car, you know, Elon Musk and his Tesla. So there's been a betrayal by him when it comes to them. At the center of it, their perspective is that it's a tower moment. they've had enough with it, and they have the courage to go forward. Now they're going into it, the distance, how far this is going to go, and they're taking a strong stance for transformation with an outcome of the nature of this is to put an end to it. Mentally, they've had enough with him, and so they're saying enough is.
Wow.
And
Oh, that's your reading. Okay, thank you. Thanks so much for that. Very, very interesting. Sheila, what do you have?
I too got the Ten of Swords, so just to let you know, for the final. You kind of asked, is this going to be the final for X? I don't know if you were like hoping it for like the final end for him, but I do see the end for. Is it Colombia? Did you say Colombia?
Well, X. It seems like X is being restricted in Brazil.
Brazil. I knew I was saying the wrong one. Okay, so I got the Two of Swords. You know, Two of Swords is always the choices, the mental choice, the mental. They have a hard time, but also it's keeping the peace. They have to make a choice of keeping the peace, and right now it has a grip on their people, and they don't like it. They don't like it, and they really want to make that choice. They're trying to move towards keeping the peace with the people, and they just don't care for what's going on with them. I also got the Ace of Cups, and that was the one that was really weird. I'm like, Two of Swords and Ace of Cups, what? But the Ace of Cups has that new love, that new thing, new beginnings, but they're very obsessed with new beginnings right now in Brazil. I don't know, this is like a cold thing for me. I don't know if Brazil is literally trying to revamp who they are, what they are, and get things cleaned out. It's almost like people are looking at the United States and Brazil's going, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? Because they really are the Ace of Cups trying to do that, and they're obsessed with it. So therefore, when it comes to social media and the X and all of the stuff that has destroyed, trying to destroy the United States, they're like, it's going to go dormant and we're going to cleanse it. So they really are serious. They're very serious about making sure. And I too got a drastic faceplant. Drastic faceplant. Like whatever X or Elon Musk is doing over there, it is going flat with the people. And they're like, no. So he's really has upset a lot of people. I kind of feel with Elon, it's more like personal. They've got a personal vendetta against him, and I don't know exactly what it is. That's a total cold read. I had no idea this was going on. So, but there's a personal vendetta that they're going to win. They've got the power. So.
Wow, and I've just to add in the chat. Oh, there's another donation here, I think. Thank you, Marby, so much for your donation. Much appreciated. And then Edith Calandro says, can't wait till our laws are actually enforced. Had enough of the elite getting away with everything. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, the laws are there, but they need to be enforced. And then Pixie Dust is adding, I believe they froze Starlink as well. Now, if they've frozen Starlink, that really is a big deal. That will hurt Elon a lot. It's going to be interesting because at some point I'm going to be in the mid ocean near around my birthday, and we're actually using Starlink for the internet for that kind of thing there. So I'm saying that Starlink is probably one of his more useful contributions, but he's very fickle. He's very fickle. Is that Elon? Okay, the cards that I've got. If we look here, 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is difficult. This is actually going to prove to be quite burdensome for Elon because, of course, Brazil has a huge population. And they really are becoming more and more increasingly each year, more and more important to the global and the global economy. And of course, they're part of BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and of course, more countries are joining. So for them to be kind of maybe reining back or curtailing X in any kind of way, this is a big deal because they have a big population, a young population, and they're becoming more and more economically powerful as they go along. As long as they can keep a handle on corruption, you know, just like it is all over the world. But if Brazil can keep steering their ship, they're just going to become more and more powerful. So this is significant. If you have a whole, effectively, Brazil is massive, yeah, it is gigantic. So it's a problem. We have the Ace of Wands turn up again, but this time in the obstacle position. So I think this is, again, talking about the obstacle for Elon. Like his work has suddenly increased significantly. And this is about the Ace of Wands is about initiating new projects, going forward with initiatives and ideas. Effectively, we can see it as reversed here because the first card is challenging. So this could mean that his ideas, his future plans, anything that he had in the pipeline for Brazil may have kind of, like you said, face planted a bit, or the engine is not quite starting on the engine, so to speak. If we look in the middle here, we have the Queen of Swords, which of course can speak about legalities. And I very much associate the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords with accounts as well, accounting, finance, but this is also legalities as well. And there was a judge, so he's in trouble because he defied a judge. I don't know if the judge was female, because I don't think they said the judge was male or female, it doesn't matter. But either way, a judge, here's the judge in the middle. If we look here, this is quite interesting. So this might be, the challenge might be to do with the core values of X, because this is the Queen of Pentacles, which I do associate with like the voter when we're doing political ones. But this talks about domesticity. This talks about, I often find it talks about the nation as a whole. So I think there's something about X that the Brazilians themselves, it might chafe with their values as a nation. And as we know, X is a bit of a wild, wild west, isn't it? There's a lot of kind of crazy stuff going on there. If we look here, the outcome card is the Three of Pentacles. So there is an element here of coordination. So could it be that Brazil may actually start coordinating with other countries to do perhaps maybe other similar lawsuits? Or could it be that other countries want to come forward to maybe also potentially limit X as well? Because it has been such a free-for-all. And in a way, Elon is seen a bit as a disruptor of democracy as a whole. Because, of course, what happens in America doesn't just stay in America. He's facilitating a lot of things. I don't want to just completely blackball him because, you know, there are things that he does that are of merit. But what this suggests to me is that other countries may coordinate and they may start similar actions themselves. So I don't see his problems, ending anytime soon. I think he's in a bit of trouble. Anything to add to that, ladies?
Gosh, I feel so bad for him.
And then let's see here. If we look here, Aspie Third Eye says the US military should seize Starlink under imminent domain. So now let's have a chat. Now, this is someone we've not spoken about for a while. Oh, I've forgotten. I need to read the Bard's opinion on X. So, Sheila, you are, of course, our special guest. So let's get the Bard's opinion of X under the tutelage of Elon. Yep, so you know the routine. I will flip backwards and forwards. You tell me where to stop, and that will be the Bard's opinion.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, stop.
Oh, wait, let's see here. That one's come up before. Oh, this is interesting. This is what the Bard has to say about X. You talk greasily. Your lips grow foul. And that's from Love's Labour's Lost. Isn't that interesting? You talk greasily. Your lips grow foul. And then on the other page from Troilus and Cressida, and this I think is really addressing Elon, it says, he has not so much brain as earwax.
Oh,
Because there are people, you know, that do kind of say Elon's a genius and all of this stuff. He isn't. He's intelligent. He's a bit on the spectrum, but he's very good at employing very, very gifted people to help him execute his things. But if we see some of his judgment, he does say and do quite a lot of dumb stuff. You know, like when he was like getting rid of his employees and he said, you just have to work every hour God sends. That's the end of it. Sign the contract. Stop being a you know what. And a lot of people went, you know what? And they gave him the one-fingered salute and they walked out. So there's these elements here where he just doesn't seem to get it. For all of his intelligence, he does seem to do quite a lot of dumb stuff or mistakes that could be easily avoided. Yeah, so I think that's the bard adding there. Right. Shall we move on to someone we've not talked about for a while? Alina Habba, yeah? Which, of course, is she still Trump's lawyer or has she been given the... Now, is she being kicked to the curb?
I don't think that there's been an official... She's been fired, but I do know that I haven't seen her with him recently either, so... I don't know, but we haven't seen him in court much, and we haven't seen him in court. We know he's been there, but we haven't seen him there.
All right. Okay. So what we'll do is sorry, go on. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do an Alina Habba, and then we'll see what will potentially happen to Trump, assuming he loses the election. Yeah. So Jilly wrote, "Will Alina Habba ever face any kind of charges or prison term for anything?" She says. I'm so sick of her. Yeah. And we can ask the bard as well. So let's just do a read on Alina Habba and ask the bard. Will she face any kind of sanction? Alina Habba. And what's going to happen to these people's careers? You know, he's ruined so many careers and they still flock to him.
I just drew 2 cards. I literally got the 8 of Pentacles doing the groundwork, professional, and then the 7 of Pentacles was over top of her, unemployed.
Wow.
Oh gosh, yeah, it is unbelievable. Yeah, she's gonna go in front of the board. The world's gonna find out about it, and it's because of her lying and cheating. And she has the Chariot, so the lying and cheating they have a lot in her cart and a lot of evidence, and it's gonna go pretty fast. It's gonna move forward. And I got the Hierophant. She's gonna go in front of her board. And she's going to try to hold on to her license, but the Page of Swords shows up and messages of business and scruple. How do you say the word? Unscrupulous business.
Unscrupulous.
Anyways, there we go. That word. Yeah, she's going to be held accountable. They're going to have a meeting of solutions, and she may have to rest and give up her bar.
Wow.
All right. There's mine.
All right. Lady G, what do you have for Alina Habba?
Well, at the center of it, it's about her luck. And it's her, you know, with her wishy-washy things that she's done, her craziness, her mental thing of this emotional attachment to Trump. And it's going into it, it's about their teamwork and the light being shed on it, with the outcome being she will be displaced. Displacement and torment. She's tied up, you know, it is, yeah, so she will probably wind up losing her law license, perhaps, yeah.
Wow. And then just to add some comments in there. Oh, look, Rose Blue, thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. And I'm scrolling here. And then Pam is saying, Habba is campaigning for Trump in California. My God, she's not learned a lesson.
Oh, that's right.
Cheryl Clark just said she's a mess.
California to vote for Trump. Yes, she's going to turn California red, and they're all going to vote for Trump because she's there campaigning for him. Yeah, that's right.
Delusional, clearly delusional. Sharon Donnelly says lying and cheating are prerequisites for employment, of course, with Dark Laurent. Wow. Okay, so I'll quickly read my cards, and then let's squeeze in our last read of the evening to see how what will potentially happen to Trump, assuming he loses the election. Still, still pretty close out there, but let's speculate. So my cards for Alina. We look here, the 5 of Wands. So look, it's all discombobulated, yeah? It's all discombobulated. She's going in all sorts of different directions, probably trying to save her skin and what is left of her career. If we look here, we have the Empress, not with the Russia connotation this time, but she's turned up in the obstacle position. And because the first card is a challenging card, we can consider this card reversed. When she's the right way up, the Empress deals with abundance, fertility, wealth, etc. When she's reversed, it's exactly the opposite. It means the barren harvest, barren wastelands, tumbleweed, yeah? So it is the opposite of success and abundance. So this is really talking in a way how she's kind of tanked her career and her reputation. If we look here, just in case we weren't sure, we have, what is that? That's the 8 of Swords here in the middle. And isn't this funny? Because this card even looks a little bit like Alina Habba, doesn't it? A brunette who's got herself in a bit of a tangle, yeah? Because we know this card deals with like obstacles or feeling like a hostage, but it's also talking about how a person may have got themselves into that situation. She only has herself to blame, really. She really does. Look, again, the 8 of Wands comes back for what, the 3rd time for me. So things are moving forward, possibly out of her control. She's going to be looking to coordinate and collaborate, with others, to kind of spread the burden, as she tries to basically turn California red. Good luck with that. I would pull a clarifier, but we're running towards the end of the show. So I think let's dive in and let's, actually, sure. Let's see what the Bard thinks of Alina Habba. Let's just see what the Bard thinks. So, Lady G, you know the routine.
Absolutely.
I will flick through, and you tell me where to stop. And this is the Bard's opinion on Alina Habba.
And stop.
Oh, this is interesting. Interesting. All right. So listen to this. So, out, you green sickness carrion. Out, you baggage, you tallow face. Yeah. That's what he's saying for Alina. And this one's kind of come in before, but we've not heard it for a while. So it says, now ill white hairs become a fool and a jester. So surfeit swelled, so old and so profane. Yeah, so that's from Henry VI, Part 2. And that one, the out you green sickness carrion, out you baggage you tallow face, was from Romeo and Juliet. So we can see the Bard didn't really have very complimentary things to say about Alina Habba. I think he's just basically saying she's just out. All right. Let's go to the last question. I know we've kind of run to the hour already, but let's squeeze one more in. Really simple. What will happen if Trump loses the election? Yeah. What will happen if Trump loses the election?
Well, I'm ready to go.
Go for it. Go for it, Lady G.
So at the center of it, we have what's the perspective, and it's new information coming in, new mental ideations, and it's a growth of his loss. So it's going to grow even more when it comes to his losses, and we will have more balance in place at that point. And celebrating, we will all be quite happy with his losses that are coming and the new things coming in. I think the new perspective is, of course, Kamala and the other stuff that's going to be coming in, but his losses are going to bring balance to us.
Wow. Sheila, what do you have?
Well, I I picked up on how we're gonna feel, how his people are gonna feel. I have the Page of Cups, where the romantic victor for us, that we're gonna be winning, the creative beginning, the surprise, the all of that, and then his people are gonna go straight into delusion.
Yeah.
We're happy, straight into delusion. And again, the Ten of Cups, the happy with us. And then I have a feeling with Trump, he is going to show the worst of who he is to us. I really have that feeling. I don't think it's going to be short-lived. I really do. But his desire to settle the score is going to be unhinged.
Wow.
And I think he's going to jail.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There's gonna be people who are gonna be writing about whatever's gonna happen after the thing for a very, very long time.
Wow. Wow. And I will just add to that. Thank you to everyone for joining us. Please don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe. Press the bell notification so you know when the next videos are coming up. We at the moment have 1,656 of you with us right now watching live, so that is much appreciated, particularly as well as we're arriving a bit later in the usual schedule, 2 hours later than we normally would be. So thank you for everyone staying up, particularly as you get closer to the East Coast. It becomes later now. Yeah, you know, basically my cards concur with what the both of you have pulled. So when we look here, the first card out of it is the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Here using her intuition and stuff like that. But when we think of it logically, we're talking about the election. What will happen if Trump were to lose? This must be Kamala. Yeah. Intelligent, bright woman who's able to bring everyone together, extremely popular. She's been surging in the polls, you know. If we look here though, look who turns up in the obstacle position. Yeah, I get the devil as well. And one of the things I was saying on my retreat is that Trump, and especially his diehard followers, I think they're going to have some kind of psychotic break. Because the devil card doesn't just deal with addiction, it can deal with severe mental illness as well. It's really, it's just not a positive card. You don't want to see it anywhere in the deck. And again, he's already showing his worst colors, but it could be even worse than what we've seen before. I mean, people need to prepare themselves from some real ugly, yeah, coming out. But even as he's spewing out all of his stuff, here he is, the hermit, yeah? He's going to be trying to figure out a new solution of some kind. He's really trying to work out, him and his team are really trying to work out how they can take back the White House, yeah? Because he knows he wants to be the emperor. And the only way that he can win is if he is the emperor. So I think I have to pull a clarifier on that. Let's put a clarifier on that. So we all know he's going to try and cheat. Let's see. Let's put a clarifier. Interesting. Let's see. Ah, all right. I have to pull two cards. This is what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to lose the election. Yeah, I think he's going to lose the election. But the clarification, if we look here, we got the Ace of Cups, yeah, which can talk about, sometimes it can be a very positive card, but this is going to be talking about the overflowing emotions for everyone, yeah, a lot. So he's going to be very emotional, of course, if he doesn't win. But look, we get the Hierophant, which of course deals with the law and rules, regulations. I think this is the Supreme Court. I think Duck L'Orange, even if he loses by a landslide, close or a landslide, is gonna scheme in a psychotic way, scheming to try and take back the White House so that he can be emperor, but he is gonna try and use the judiciary, the Supreme Court. I think that's what he's gonna try and do. So I don't think he will win the election, but I think he's gonna try and get it to the Supreme Court. What are your thoughts on that, ladies, before we close?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to try any means possible to get in, because otherwise he knows he's going to jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it'll be toast.
Yeah, I do too. And I think, you see, if we take back the House of Representatives, and the Senate, all three of those branches can make rules about what the Supreme Court can and cannot do.
Right.
So once they do that, see, once all of that is taken care of, and then they start putting some boundaries on them, our mind is going to be blown, where we're going to say, nope, that ruling is wrong. I'm sorry, you can't do that, and we're not going to allow you to do that. So he's going to lose on all levels. All levels.
Fascinating.
But what we have to do is vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to have the presidency, the House, and the Senate, and then we can do sweeping reforms and changes. Absolutely.
Yeah. And as Michelle Obama said, she said, don't complain, vote, do something.
Yeah.
Because we can see, really, many of us, as we know, have been reading, as you guys know, watching, seeing us readers, it's very clear. He's going to try and cheat, and he is going to try and use that corrupt judiciary. So people really have to go out and vote and all of this kind of stuff to help get Kamala over the line. But he is definitely going to try and cheat as much as he can, and he's going to try and use the Supreme Court. But hopefully he will not succeed. A lot can still happen, though, so let's keep our eyes peeled. Don't take your eyes off the prize. No. Don't think it's in the bag. We know Kamala is surging, but got pushed through that line to get the job done. But anyway, can you believe it? We've gone way over. So I want to say thank you, ladies, so much for joining me this evening. Thank you to everyone else joining us as well, particularly at this later hour. But still, over 1,600 of you have joined us live. So
even Danny Shea is watching us. He just texted me. He goes, "Great show."
Oh, fabulous!
So hello,
fabulous.
Danny.
Thanks so much. So, of course, we will see you next week. Thanks again to everyone who joined me on the retreat. I think we're basically, we're going to go for dinner now and probably start thrashing out the next one for next September. I can't believe it. Thank you, Sheila, so much for dropping in as our special guest. And of course, thank you so much, Lady G, as well, for joining us and finding internet. It's gone dark behind you, so I want you safe and well. You're there with the puppies. So, of course, we will see everyone soon. And I'm sure we will have Sheila back soon on the show. A pleasure, as always. So for now, it is a goodbye, and we'll see you all soon.
Safe travels, you guys. Truly safe travels.
Cheers. Bye-bye.